Hey guys, welcome back to Andvaris and A-Rise IBO. So today's going to be a nice short little video on A-Rise penalties. But before we get into it, we just got this into the office today. Check that out. Nice little poster to hang up. Always do what you're afraid to do. I love that. That's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Well guys, let's get into it. Like I said, we're going to be talking about A-Rise penalties and how they can affect you. I know it's not a fun video or the best video to watch, but you have to keep in mind that there are penalties during the enrollment process that can definitely negatively affect you. So let's jump in. So the first penalty that A-Rise will 100% enforce all the time is going to be dropping your client. Alright, so if you've already done the enrollment process, you've done your background check, you've chosen your IBO, you chose the client and the time frame in which you'll be training, and you're in training, and for some reason you have to drop that client. It doesn't really matter what type of emergency it is, guys. A-Rise 100% enforces this policy, and if you drop your client, which means that you don't continue with your client, or your client has to drop you for missing training or not meeting the metrics and requirements, then you are unable to choose any other client for 4 weeks, okay? The second policy, if you're taking your voice assessment, which you would normally do once you've shown interest in a client, if you do not pass your voice assessment, if you fail your voice assessment, you will not be able to show interest in any other client that has a voice assessment for 90 consecutive days, guys. Alright? It's a big deal. 90 days is a long time to not be able to work. So whenever you are taking your voice assessment, a tip that we always give is be in a quiet area. So be in a quiet space. Do not be outside. Do not use your cell phone. Try by all means to use a landline. That is the safest way to go about it. And enunciate your words. Take your time, take it slow, and complete your voice assessment, all 10 questions, guys. I'm actually going to make a video on the voice assessment one of these days, so stay tuned for that. Another policy that A-Rise enforces is 24-hour client payment. Okay, what that means is that if you've already passed your voice assessment, your drug screen, your background check, and everything, now it's time for you to pay for your training certification. If you don't make your payment for your training certification within 24 hours of being client qualified, A-Rise will cancel your status, okay? So you might think no big deal. Now, they could reinstate that status, but if you have, let's say you have to wait a week after that's been canceled or a few days, and that client opportunity becomes full, so the certification class becomes full, and all the seats are taken up for that class, then they cannot reinstate you back into that class. So guys, be aware that once you are client qualified, you must make that payment within 24 hours. I don't want that to happen to anyone. Well, alright guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. So we went over the 3 major A-Rise policies and penalties, okay? That's dropping a client, your voice assessment, and 24-hour client payment. So keep that in mind while you're going through the enrollment process and you're doing your background check, your voice assessment, choosing the client that you want to work for, and all the good stuff. Well guys, I'm going to end it. Let's go ahead and follow us on all of our social media. Like I always say, we're everywhere. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. You guys know how to reach me. Go ahead and like and subscribe the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.